can't even go to school. Come on. Without your life being threatened. This must stop. My last words is to you gun-toting, legal, unlegal, or whatever. When you take a life, remember, God is the author of life and death, not you. With that I say, greetings.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Martina Lines, and I'm the president of the Northern Virginia chapter of the Million Mom March. 32 people were killed on the campus of Virginia Tech a year ago today, 5 of them from Northern Virginia. Aaron Peterson, Mary Reed, Rima Samaha, Leslie Sherman, Maxine Turner, 5 bright, beautiful, talented, compassionate young women whose lives were cut short because a dangerous individual obtained dangerous weapons that he never should have had. Sadly, there's nothing we can do to bring them back. There's nothing we can do to ease the pain of their families and their friends, of these young people from their school, from Virginia Tech, who came here today. But there are things we can do to make sure this never happens again. And I am standing here today because we are all victims. And as victims, we must unite and we must stop the madness now. Ways to do that, and I want each one of you to vow that you will go forth and do as I direct you today. First, we have to stop the ridiculous myth that the gun right advocates continue to spread. Myth number 1: guns don't kill people, people do. Baloney! Guns do kill people. They also say, we don't need any new laws. All we need to do is enforce the ones we have. Ha! You know how many federal laws there are? 3. There are more laws regulating the toys our children play with than there are the guns that are out on the streets. Next, they say, you can't make any gun laws. We have a constitutional right to bear arms. Well, guess what? Wrong again. Every constitutional right has limitations, including the right to free speech, which I'm exercising here today. Now, the other thing we can do is we can voice our concerns to our legislators. You can walk right from this grassy knoll to the Senate and the House office buildings. You can seek out your representative and your senator, and you can say, I want you to vote with the Senator Lautenberg and Reed bill to close the gun show loophole. Many of our states have failed tremendously to protect us, and I am ashamed to say that Virginia is one of them. Despite the tragedy in Blacksburg, and despite hundreds and hundreds of us at Richmond, at the Capitol, pleading with the legislators to close the gun show loophole, despite the brave Colonel Massengale, public servant in law enforcement for 40 years, himself a gun rights believer and believer in the Second Amendment, pleading with the legislators. Come on, this is just plain common sense, folks. Despite the victims and their families, despite police chief after police chief after police chief saying, please help me protect my men and women. Please close this gun show loophole. Please keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people and terrorists and gang members. Guess what? They failed yet again to close the loophole. Well, we can say ha 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 to them because we can work hard to pass it on a federal level to mandate that every state in this union close the gun show loophole. in remembrance of the 32 victims at Virginia Tech, of the 32 lives lost daily, of Columbine 9 years ago, of the 32 school shootings that have happened this year alone. As they light those candles, let us light our torches and vow to carry this on, to carry this fight on until we have a society free from gun violence. Thank you.
As of today, we've had over 100 lie-ins across the United States. Over 70 lie-ins today alone. Thousands of protesters have joined us today in this lie-in in 30 states. But we've had some small little lie-in protesters, and we had one emerge in Silver Springs in June, on June 3rd, and she would like to say a few words, and she will be our final speaker of the day.
My name is Rachel Arbacher, and I am neither a gun victim or the family member of a gun victim. But I am a girl who needs to stand up for what she believes. Gun violence is completely wrong, and we aren't doing anything to stop it just by lying down. We need to stand up for what we believe. We need to talk to our congressmen and congresswomen, and we need to tell them that they need to enforce new laws about this gun business. Because any criminal can walk into any gun show and lie themselves into getting a gun. And then 50 people that day can die. And those few minutes that it took that person to get that gun can change that many people's lives. This is very important to me. My whole family is supporting nonviolence, and my mom took me out of school to be here today.
Thank you, Rachel, and thank you, all of you. Thank you.
This is RadioDiary.com.